Alright, I wanted to follow up on our cistern and rainwater collection system here. It's the side of our house. And both sides go down here. About a foot below the ground here is our cistern. This is really all this is rocks. I'm not really interested in filtering the water at this point. I just want to keep debris out of it. It is rainwater. We have a few feet of water down there, maybe 3 or 4 feet. Might equate to about 400 gallons. You see the water, I don't know if you can see it flowing there. And that's my return. And I'll take you inside just to show you where that's coming from. So, down at the bottom of the cistern, as I showed in previous videos, water comes in the corner of the basement down there. It runs along this wall, comes down here, and actually there's a water spigot outside. You can access the water right there. Here is the water filter and the pump. I'm kind of disappointed with this pump. I'll tell you why in a minute. So then the water is pumped up here. There's a one-way check valve there, so it won't backfill into the tank, but it can pressurize and go into the house water system. And that's the primary idea here. But since I had the water, and it was 6 feet underground, or 8 feet underground, getting cool, I thought maybe I'd route that pipe all the way down here, and just kind of have to ignore the mess here. We're not fully situated with organizing stuff in the basement yet. And as I showed before, this is our furnace, and I had that extra A-coil, AC A-coil, right there. So the water comes in. Here's the end I put here. It's actually cold, and then this is after the air blows through that, it comes out here. And what you saw going back into the tank, showing all of our junk here, it's actually the return. The air down here in the basement yesterday, which was the first day I started using this, is 76 degrees. So the air coming right into the cooling unit here, 76 degrees. It passed through the cooler with water cistern water, and it goes through these ducts, and I measured the air down there in the air duct, and it was 74 degrees. The air temperature in the home upstairs, which we have about 1,500 square feet up there, was 78 degrees at the time. I was hoping for 5 degrees cooler difference, but yeah, a guy can hope, I guess. I'll take what I can get. I'm not sure how efficient it is, considering that pump is supposed to be a 90-watt pump. I plugged in my kilowatt meter to it, and it was 144 watts. I think something is wrong. As you can hear, this thing is whistling, and it's kind of loud. You can hear that upstairs, so that's annoying. And the water is actually leaking out, just barely dripping right there. I'm not sure if my camera is not focusing very clearly, but anyway, I'm pretty disappointed with that pump. It's supposed to be automatic, so I can turn the switch to automatic, and whenever the water pressure releases upstairs, it should automatically, like say if I open a faucet, it should turn on. That's if I have the house or the rural water turned off and there's nothing else going. It doesn't quite work that way, and not so well. Nope. Automatic part of it doesn't work. This is kind of what they use in things like campers, big RVs, things like that, to pressurize the water. And when you turn on the faucet, the pump comes on and it pumps the water to it. So that was the idea. However, you know, I don't expect this pump to last very long. Instead of using the automatic system, I put up a meter there. It actually controls, it's a timer that controls when it comes on and off. I bring it on in the afternoon, and I have it rest every 30 minutes and on every 30 minutes because this pump actually gets pretty hot, and I don't want to burn it out too soon. So yeah, there's just some meager results of what I have collected as far as data is concerned so far. Not the best results, not exactly what I wanted. I did measure the water temperature that's coming out of the water cistern, and it's 60 degrees, so it's a little bit warmer than I was hoping for as well, but it's to be expected. 60 degrees, you're only a foot under the ground, and then the water is, you know, filling up in the bottom of the tank. So that is the water cistern, water supply to the home, to the garden, and the natural cooling system we have going on here. Now if the difference in temperature was a lot greater, then the results would be better, but you know, from the air is already cooled down to 76 degrees before it even enters in there, so there's not a big temperature variation between 76 and a 60 degree water cooling system. But you know, I'll take a 2 degree difference so far. Right now it's about 96 or 97 degrees outside. It's 78 degrees in the house, and all we have going on is this 8,000 BTU Harrier window AC unit and that water system. Now this unit pretty much does most of the work. I think the water does help a little bit, and we need a little help when it gets up to 97 degrees. That's kind of ridiculously hot. And even I don't know if it'll hold at 78 or if we go up to 79 towards the evening, but this thing will be running all night because that heat energy is absorbed in the house walls, and so the house kind of is still fighting that heat, trying to cool it down throughout the night. So it'll keep on running throughout the night, and in the morning it'll be about 74 degrees. And I think the big, I know this is kind of a long video, but I think the biggest obstacle to that is the nighttime temperatures. When it cooled down to like 65 at night, we were not having any problem during the day. But right now it's only getting down to like 72, 3, 4 degrees at night. And so, you know, that average temperature from the really hot days is not that great. It's kind of warm, but so far so good. I mean, hey, 78 degrees, that's the normal temperature. I like to keep it in the house in the summertime. I'm just showing you this because we did have some moldy rotted boards on the other side of this, and rather than, you know, having to take the time right now to redo everything right here, I took a 1/2-inch foam board, and Miranda helped me with this, and we cut it to size, and we got that spray foam insulation, see right there, and we sprayed around the edges, we pushed in the board, so we sealed it off. So this is pretty much airtight, so none of that black mold can get into the air. And actually it is kind of the toxic, I don't know if there's more than one toxic black mold, but I've been sick from this twice. Pretty good sick. Like, I didn't know you could get very sick. I've never been sick from black mold, and I'm not allergic. Video cut off there, but I'm not allergic to black, or I'm not allergic to mold at all. I've already been tested, so I know it's not the good kind. We'd spent some good time cleaning up in the upstairs, and I bought some special mold killer and preventative, I mean some pricey stuff that actually does the job the way it's supposed to, because you shouldn't use bleach on it and things like that. Anyway, so super loud motor that's probably going to burn out before too long, but I'll probably need to get a better motor anyway that does what it says it's going to do. Some oh, there it goes. The timer shut off. Must have been the end of that 30 minutes. So some meager results here. Now this is I meant in one of the previous videos I hadn't put our exhaust for the dryer to the outside yet, so I got this 25-foot insulated hose and I just ran it out there. Yep, 8,000 BTUs cooling a 3,000 square foot home, and I attribute that to, well, halfway to having a basement with these, you know, using the underground temperature down here and the heat sink, and then also doubling up on the windows and doing all that we did upstairs, which turned out to be a success for us in saving energy.